you knew this. I sure didn't. Apparently, Georgia ranks #1 for aerospace manufacturing. And I feel like Chris Rosenthal has been doing a lot of stories like this, talking about aircraft. You get the fun assignments. So where are you now, and what are you learning?
Yeah, you know, Georgia, like you said, it is the #1 export of Georgia's aerospace industry. And of course, Georgia Tech is right on the forefront of that. I'm actually at the Ben T. Zinn combustion lab here at Georgia Tech. And I'm joined by Adam Steinberg here of the lab. And Adam, thanks for joining us here today. This is kind of like a mad scientist workshop here a little bit, and we're wearing our jackets because it is kind of cold in here. But tell me, first of all, we're going to look at some experiments here in a second. But tell me about Georgia Tech's role in this industry. It's a $58 billion a year industry.
Yeah, aerospace is huge in Georgia. I actually didn't realize that when I moved to the state, just how impactful aerospace actually is in the state. As you said, a $58 billion industry, 200,000 plus jobs statewide, and the School of Aerospace Engineering here at Georgia Tech plays really a key role in both the talent pipeline as well as contributing novel technology and novel research to the aerospace community. We have almost 2,500 aerospace engineering students. We're the #1 producer of aerospace engineering graduate degrees in the U.S., and we're doing over $54 million a year in externally sponsored research in the School of Aerospace Engineering. So,
and they're big companies that we know of, smaller companies, and this is a lot of different things here. Yeah.
Absolutely. We do research with the federal government in various branches, the FAA, the Department of Defense or the Department of War, Department of Energy, but also many industrial sponsors. If you think of the companies that you fly with and the companies that make all of the components that you fly with, they're all doing research and development here at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and a lot of that starts here, and a lot of that starts with some of the experiments that you guys do.
Absolutely.
What are some of the projects you guys are working on?
We have over 50 projects going on in the lab right now, so we can talk about a couple of them. One thing that we're going to look at in just a moment is a project on hypersonic propulsion. So you may have heard hypersonics come up in the news recently. Hypersonic means flying essentially really, really fast. We say Mach 5 or above, so 5 times, 6 times the speed of a commercial airplane, many thousands of miles an hour. So very, very fast. And one of the hardest things about this is trying to get the engine to work. Imagine trying to light a match in a many thousand mile per hour windstorm, right? You need to have that match lit and burning to get your vehicle to propel itself forward. So we have here at the lab come up with a new way of making a flame sit in this really, really fast flow. And to understand all of these complicated processes, we use lasers. So we go in and we use lasers. We'll put on our very cool laser goggles.
I'm putting them on here too, behind the camera.
And you can come in here, and this is a room where we are generating the laser source. Okay, and then this laser beam, we manipulate it in this room, and then we pass it into the test cell that's around the corner where we have our hypersonic combustion experiment going on, and we can go and visit that.
Oh yeah, let's go take a look.
Yeah. So we use the lasers to go in and measure all of the detailed chemistry, thermodynamics, physics. When that laser light, that intense laser light interacts with the flame and the flow, we can determine lots and lots of different things. So this is what it looks like on the side of the experiment. Here are 2 students, Jonathan and Adaraj. Hey. And if you look over there, this is that replicates the flow inside of one of those hypersonic engines. We're essentially making a many thousand mile an hour gas shoot out of that jet, and we spin it and we do all of these other things with it. But then we can put some fuel into it and ignite it. We ignite it using a laser, and then we study all of the chemistry, all of the fluid mechanics, all of the thermodynamics using those lasers in this sort of system.
And you're saying this is for that hypersonic speeds. We probably won't be flying hypersonic ourselves with the airlines anytime soon, but what are some of the applications this would be used for?
So hypersonic, a variety of applications. It has a national defense application, but also hypersonics is of interest for things like reusable space launch. If you can use the air in the atmosphere instead of having to carry oxygen in your rocket, you can make access to space much more efficient and much cheaper.
Gotcha. So this is something we could see getting us into space, maybe getting us to Mars one day even, huh?
Well, you'll get you out of the atmosphere. We're not going to get you to Mars, but we can get you out of the atmosphere potentially a lot more efficiently and a lot less expensive than using rockets.
How fast again is hypersonic?
4,000, 5,000 miles an hour in that ballpark. That's where it starts, and then it gets faster from there.
Wow. That's amazing. You know, we're going to be looking at some more of these experiments that they're doing later, and some of them that apply to hypersonic, some of them apply to some of the airlines and planes that you might be flying in commercially. So I'll be sticking with them all day here at Georgia Tech.
Really was fascinating to watch because it looked more like a party than anything else. Seeing all those flashing lights, it was fun to see. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, and the glasses too.
Yeah, all of it.
All right.
All right, Chris, thanks for keeping us in the know. We'll touch base with you later on the stream.